Welcome to People with Purpose. I am your host, Sylvain Rochon. I'm a speaker, an author, a serial entrepreneur, and a business strategist. My purpose is to engineer a paradise on Earth using cutting-edge technology. I hope this show will give you excellent examples of individuals that chose to do great things in their personal and professional lives. Perhaps they will inspire you to follow in their footsteps. The show's format is very simple. I ask my guests 3 simple questions. What is your personal purpose? Why is it important to you? And how did you get started? Now let's hear from our guest.
Hello, Pascal. How are you doing?
Excellent. Thank you very much for having me on.
Well, you're very welcome. And that's we're the ones that are thankful of having you on. So for those of you who are listening in, Pascal Saint-Jean, right here, is an acquaintance of mine. We've worked together on a couple of minor projects so far. And he is the executive coach and peer group facilitator at TEC Canada. He is a past board member at Entrepreneurs Organization. And he is the founder of 3 different internet businesses, one of which he successfully exited about 3 years ago. So a successful businessman, now more of a consultant, director kind of positions to help other entrepreneurs succeed and build their businesses and get connected and get sales, all that good stuff that we really like. But Pascal has also a personal aspect to himself, which we want to discover together today. So the first question of the day is, well, what is your personal purpose, Pascal?
Absolutely. But that's an excellent question, and one that really motivated me to join you today to talk about that. And it's, I guess we'll talk a bit about how I came to this purpose. But my purpose is really about helping individuals define what success means for them. So for me, impact means aligning your passions and purpose with impact in life. So oftentimes we hear about success as pure achievement. And we live in a world today where it's about doing more, and we think that once we hit a certain threshold, we're going to find happiness, or we're going to find purpose and success. And over time, people are realizing that, wait a second, I'm hitting what I thought was my definition of happiness and success, and once I get there, I'm actually less happy, and I feel like I have even less impact and less purpose in life. So we need to ask the question from day one, what is that purpose? And for me, when I did ask myself that question and really went deep into the reflection, I knew that entrepreneurship meant a lot to me. Being an entrepreneur, I feel that businesses not only innovate and create amazing things, but they also give amazing opportunities to employees, and they give amazing opportunities to our community. If we really look at the impact of each business it has a lot more than what we think. So I am a full, passionate individual of entrepreneurship, and I want to help entrepreneurs find what they feel is their definition of success. That is my purpose, is to help others find the alignment that I was able to find for myself. Could be completely different than mine, but that is what my purpose is right now in my life.
And why is this, developing entrepreneurs in a way, like as individuals and also as business people, why is that so important to you? Why do you think?
Sure. Well, entrepreneurship and innovation has been part of my life since day one. And when I was an entrepreneur, like I mentioned, my story was one of achievement to try to find a level of success in the hopes that externally focused and being recognized externally and all these things externally would find the purpose and the meaning that I was looking for, right? If I do a lot of work, I'll get recognized and I'll be able to have impact on individuals. And the reality is, that chase was probably hurting me more, it was burning me out, was impacting my health, was making me unhappy while I was achieving to the external world very successful, but internally I felt I could be doing more, a better impact to individuals. So when I exited my business, and the exit was a big part of that, for me, it was a drastic move. For others, it could be realigning their business, but I'm trying to help entrepreneurs say, ask this question today, and how can you build that business to fulfill that purpose, whether it's a small business for a lifestyle company and impact your family life, or a much larger business with the capital and the impact that that can have could change your community and the world. So it all depends on what that person wants as his purpose. But I focus a lot on saying, what is your purpose and how do we build that business to fulfill that desire versus working for 30 years, building something massive and never being happy and realize, wow, that was a massive wasted opportunity for me.
I gotcha. I feel, well, we've had this discussion before, Pascal, a little bit. We are very synergetic in this because we both love businesses and we love entrepreneurship, we love innovation. So it's a path, it's one of our ways to achieve what is really core to us, which is essentially helping others, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess to better answer your question without going into the holistic part, but if we live in an amazing time, I believe, and I think that life is only going to get better. And when I factor in what are the root reasons for that is innovation and entrepreneurship. That is what is fueling the amazing lifestyles that we have today, the opportunity to communicate and collaborate and create wonderful things that change the way we live. So I am passionate about the impact that businesses and innovation have. So for me to be a part of the support ecosystem for the amazing men and women that do that is a blessing every day.
Fantastic. And if you go back to because you did mention that you were a go-getter.
Yep.
Like most of us actually, when we I don't know, high school or university, or there's a certain point in time where we believe that to achieve or to be happy, we need to achieve, and we need to get certain things done, certain steps. And that, a lot of us actually are brought up that way culturally. But when do you think is the earliest time where you knew that it wasn't that, like for yourself, that wasn't the path, the path? Where did you get started on this path, you think, on this path of self-fulfillment?
Mm-hmm. For me, it was very, it's about 5 years ago. I had set out a long time ago to win a specific award in entrepreneurship, Entrepreneur of the Year, or recognized from that perspective. And I achieved that year. I had a successful merger of the business. We had grown quite significantly, and I was nominated and won that award. And I remember that night being very miserable because I'd finally achieved something I had worked for so long, and it didn't bring the impact because I realized tomorrow's just another day, and the wheel keeps turning. So all of a sudden I had done all this effort to build something huge and build and achieve a huge goal. And again, that day, nothing had changed in my life. I wasn't bringing more impact to my community. I wasn't healthier personally, and I wasn't bringing more opportunities to my friends and family. And I knew that for me, had to have a redefinition of what is success. So when we talk about go-getting, it's, my passion for being a go-getter is still there, but now I look at how am I successful in business? How can I be successful with my clients? How can I be successful personally? So there are personal physical achievements from a health perspective or endurance that I'm striving for now, and what the success looked like with my family. So the word success in our culture is very much aligned with work and what we do. And that was me for a very long time. And everything else was sacrificed and put along. And that night, you asked me when, it was that night I knew that things had to change.
Wow. So it's just like a flip of a coin, like at your moment of triumph.
Yes.
Essentially, right? You realize that you had to change the definition of success.
Correct. That's a very good way of putting it.
That's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. I like that. You got it at a certain point, at least. So I guess I do have an extra question for you. Because of this path and this, or how you made that flip, like was it 5 years ago? Do you have something you'd like to say specifically around that to perhaps young you that may be listening and that may be on this past you path? What would you tell yourself right now? Like,
That's a great question. I have this conversation all the time with my members in my groups. I have some members that are the young me. They're in their 20s and early 30s, and going to that, and I can see that sort of fight internally starting to happen where I'm achieving these amazing things, but wait a second, there needs to be more to this. So I when I see that in their eyes, I'm bringing that question up. So the question is, in the end, and this is a very powerful question, one that's maybe hard to ask when you're in your 20s or 30s, is the exercise at your funeral. What do I want people to talk about me, and how do I want to be presented as, the day I die? Who's going to be there, and what are they going to say? Are they going to say that Pascal was a great businessman, achieved a lot of wealth and success, and great? Or was Pascal someone that impacted my life, and if he wasn't in my life, I wouldn't be the person I am today? That's what I want to hear. So ask yourself those really hard questions, and it doesn't mean to quit your business or to do anything like that. It just means, how do you align what you're doing now so that down the line, that is what you're going to achieve?
Yes, the end result is maybe different.
Outcome, correct.
And if I understand you correctly, there's a lot more contentment in that fresh path.
Yes.
By redefining success than correct. Just seeking, recognition and wealth and the accumulation of goods. There's depression, apparently, at the end of that line.
Yeah. I mean, I took a very drastic shift. It was a 180, but that does not have to be everyone's path. What I'm saying is to bring awareness to alignment. And for me, it was clear that there was drastic misalignment.
Fantastic. Well, Pascal, thank you very much to be for being on the show, because I'm really, really hoping a lot of people are watching this and get what you're saying, because it's so important. It's so important. And this is the reason why People with Purpose exists, is to give examples like yourself, show the younger people especially, that this is true success. You can both be successful in internet businesses as well as having the contentment and happiness that we all deserve, right?
Exactly. Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, and I hope to see you another time, perhaps.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, Pascal.
I hope you enjoyed the interview. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share. Please join me also on Clubify, a social app allowing us to share ideas and where you can participate in some of my projects. The link is in the section below. Also, if you wish to recommend someone great I should interview, please let me know. And as always, follow your passion. See you next week.